call to order the regular meeting of the Town of Pendleton Metropolitan Board of Police Commissioners. Wow, that's a name. Let's please all stand for a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome, everybody. I'm Chris McCain, president of this board, and now I will do roll call. Tim is not here. Brad McQuitty.
Here.
Brian Arthur.
Here.
Tim Pritchard. Rick Corbin.
Here.
Steve Getty. We have a quorum. I think we've all had trouble with the our emails this last month or so, but did everybody get the February and March minutes? And yeah, okay. So our task tonight is to approve both of them so we can forward them and they'll be able to be posted. So we're gonna do it one at a time. I need to offer, one of you offer a motion to approve the February meeting if there are no additions or corrections.
Second motion.
Okay, so Rick Corbin makes the motion. Who seconds?
Second.
Brad McQuitty seconds. Those in favor of approving February's meeting minutes, say aye. Opposed? Okay. Same. Is there any discussion, additions, corrections for the March meeting minutes?
4 minutes and 30 seconds that they existed.
I
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Okay, Brian Arthur made a motion. It was seconded by Rick Corbin. All those in favor of approving the March minutes, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
They are approved. So we will forward those on. There is no old business. And the new business, we're going to put both chief and assistant chief kind of on the pulpit. Kidding. Because you want to talk about the hiring process first?
Sure.
Okay, this is kind of exciting.
So we, of course, took applications. We whittled those down to 2 that we wanted to take a look at during an oral interview. And our new background check isn't very extensive. So if it's easier to whittle it down to the top ones that we want to look at just for time. But we took down to 2. And then we had oral interviews the other day. And what we've done now is we've offered a contingent offer to one of the 2. Her name's Jordan Beal, and she's from Huntingburg, Southern Indiana. She's engaged. Her husband just got a job up here in Sheridan as a fireman. So that's going to bring him from down south up north. She's currently a Tier 1 Academy grad through Indiana University, and she'll be completing her classes at IU and be ready to go in May. The one thing about the contingency of her hiring is, of course, approval by this board and the passing the 19 or Perf 77 testing, the psychological and the medical and all that. With that said, we offered her the contingent offer. She signed within minutes. She was so excited. Kind of neat little side story. Her mother was part of the English Royal Guard. Met her dad in the military, moved back here to Indiana. Father passed away, 20 years in the Army. And she's just trying to get her foot in the door being a police officer. We're kind of excited to have her. We think she's highly intelligent. We'll be able to mold her into being an Indiana police officer, learning our ways instead of taking a lateral and changing them. She's eager to learn and came highly recommended. And is there anything you can think of on this?
We're excited to have her.
Yeah. And so one thing we discussed tonight was we can have her jump through all the hoops of the perf and all that leading up to another meeting where this commission says, okay, she passed that. Yes, we approve her. Or tonight, you can make a motion, we approve her based on these contingencies, and then that part's already done. But, I think of something else that stood out about her. Yes,
Mark asked me the question earlier is, how we wanted to do this. Do we want, is it our preference for them to wait till everything's done and then present the package? Or, do this contingency offer? And I thought it was important that we all have that opportunity to think and which one you prefer. I know what I prefer, but I'm only one of five, so.
yeah, if she doesn't pass those first 77 requirements, there's nothing even any of us can do.
Yeah.
That's purely on her. The other thing, and I want everybody to be aware of this, we talked about this the other day. So for example, when I was at the sheriff's department, one of the criteria of my hiring process was to meet in front of the merit board, which is like you all. So we'd sit there and I interviewed in front of the merit board. And then they also gave me a recommendation to the sheriff. Now, according to the sheriff, the merit board hired up there. So I want to be loud to all of you. You're more than welcome to sit in on any interview that we have. If that's something you go, yeah, I'll sit in on this one just to see how it goes. Or we set up maybe in the future, we have a commission interview where all the candidates, after they've gone through our system, then they come in front of the commission. And then that way the commission can go, okay, I see where you're going here, chief, and you're way off on this, chief. So that's another option, that's something that you all can decide what you want to do.
So as Chief mentioned, we gave a conditional offer, which she signed, the contingencies that are listed in her offer.
I knew there was another.
You all are aware, it's completion of any pre-employment checks, the clerk's office does their, what's required by insurance for their background checks. Successful completion of a drug screen, admission to the 1977 Police and Firefighters Pension Fund, that's a psychological and physical evaluation.
Which I passed.
Approval by your board and withdrawal from any other hiring processes, which she was doing. She was in criminal hiring processes. So those were the contingencies in her conditional offer. So again, like Chief said, it's a matter of if you choose to approve her and you want to do so today, pending the contingencies, or waiting until these contingencies are actually done, mainly the 77 part. That's the most consuming process of it.
Are there, though, a lot of those screens are yes or no, pass, fail. Are there other insights that come out of that? And this is just for future probably.
All of this will have to be either pass or no.
Okay.
For her.
Because I would say that would, if there were insights generated that would influence, like, is this candidate truly a great candidate? That'd be something of interest probably before final approval.
Right.
But if this is just a yes, no,
It's black and white.
it's black or white, then yeah, from an efficiency standpoint. I think we can move, my opinion would be a move to approve pending the contingencies.
Brad, what's your,
I'm good with that. I'm good either way.
okay,
I think if I'm good with that.
okay. All right, so,
Is that a preference? And I guess too, do you have a preference one way or the other? I just, efficiency wise, does this make it more efficient?
If I thought that any of the contingencies provided you more information,
Right.
I would say wait.
Yeah.
But the contingencies are, if she doesn't pass, she's gone. So it is what it is.
Okay. Well, I would make a motion to approve pending those contingencies.
I'll second it.
okay, so Brian makes a motion that we accept this candidate contingent upon her passing all of the, what did you call it? the
Contingencies. Yeah. Pre-employment screen, drug screen, first 77 admittance,
Mhm.
approval by your board, and then the withdrawal from any other hiring processes.
Okay. And then Rick Corbin seconded. Those in favor of approving her hire on these contingencies, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, so Jordan Beal is
Pending.
pending.
Thank you. That'll help us out. That's good news for her too.
All right. Our next order of business is a pretty extensive policy, 432 special response team. And did all of you have a chance to look at it? It was. Give a chance. And, this might be a good opportunity for us to, uh, realize that we can request. I like to read paper pencil and do stuff, but I think you will provide either one for us. So
Absolutely.
in the future, if you don't want to just get it electronically, you want to get something you can scribble on like I do, it's always available. Dina will have it ready for us if we want it. So,
I've got some key points in this too. I'm happy to touch on if needed.
I would like that.
That's totally up to.
If you would, please do that.
So I think everybody's aware of what we're hoping to do with our special response team or SRT. It's something that we hope, like many things in law enforcement, we're never going to need, but we would much rather have the ability, have the resources, the equipment, the manpower to have something such as a special response team in case it is. We have been working on fundraising. We've done extremely well. We've had several generous donations from all over the community and outside of Pendleton as well. So, knock on wood, we wouldn't be here where we wouldn't be at this point without help from a lot of people. Help is greatly appreciated. Just like anything else in our world, we have to have a policy to go along with this. We have a lot of the equipment in already. We've already been doing our training. But this is kind of the next step to get to that point where we can say, yes, our team can be activated if it needs to. So just kind of explain a few things. I'll try not to take up too much time, but just a few key points. For SRT, there's basically two teams in one. We've got the negotiation team, and then we have our tactical team. Real quick, I want to touch on, Rick, I know you'd asked me about this, who the members are of the team. I serve as the commander of the team. It's basically more of an administrative role. However, I can jump in and assist anywhere if needed. Our tactical team leader is Zane Sparks. Our secondary tactical team leader is Travis Thompson, both of which had several years serving on the Anderson SWAT team. So they're the perfect guys for those roles. Shane Briggs is our negotiation team leader. He's been through the FBI negotiation school and is certified through that. Members are Brett Webb, Scott Bertram, Nathan Silva, Trevor Hughes, Isaiah Thomas, and Kyle Smith. And then Nathan Silva also will be serving as a team medic. He was a medic in the Army. So he's got several certifications and training through that. We'll continue to work towards whatever certifications and training he needs to further that as well. So we're pretty lucky to have all of those resources. 5 of the members on that team all served on the Anderson SWAT team. So this isn't something that we're just pulling out of the hat saying, hey, let's throw this together and try to make it happen because we want to look cool. No, that's not the case. We have guys bringing a lot of experience, way more than I had. So yes, I serve as a commander, but like I said, it's more so for oversight, administrative. Tactics wise, that's going to be Travis and Zane.
Do we have enough people to be on all these teams? I mean, I just,
So it honestly, with a small department, it's a bit of a juggling act. Unfortunately, we have a smaller department. However, we have a department full of people that are more than capable to serve on this. So there are times where, for training especially, some of the officers are having to train while they're also on shift. But they've got their radio on and they're available to go and take a call and then they can come back to training. Right now we're training, we're planning 2 trainings a month at 5 hours each, is what we have on the calendar.
2 trainings a month?
At 5 hours each. So one of the long-term goals, or I guess medium to longer term goals, will be hopefully to partner with agencies like the Sheriff's Department, where if their SWAT team were to get activated, and if they need the other resources, we can actually activate our SRT as well to assist them. Same thing, if we were to get an activation of our team here, they would be able to come over and assist us. So just a good working mutual aid relationship. We already have a draft of an MOU, a memorandum of understanding that the chief and I put together. We're waiting to see how some other outside factors play out before we push that issue a little bit further. But we hope that that's something we can get in the works sooner rather than later. We'll work even better with these other agencies, and that'll basically lay out, we're responsible for our people. If our equipment breaks, it's our responsibility. If their equipment breaks, it's their problem, that type of thing. There's several different types of situations where SRT can be utilized. Like Chris and I discussed before the meeting, it's impossible to list out every situation because we can't ever plan for every situation, which we want to. But some of the things that are listed specifically in the policy are barricaded suspects who refuse an order to surrender, incidents where hostages are taken, individuals who are threatening suicide and have refused to surrender, arrests of potentially armed or dangerous persons, and then again, the at the bottom of page 4 under appropriate uses is the kind of catch-all. Any situation that could threaten or undermine the ability of the department to preserve life, maintain social order, and ensure the protection of persons or property. We have an after action report. So when the team is activated, we get done at the scene. Myself and team leaders will sit down, go through our after action report, which was attached at the end of the policy. We'll complete that form and we'll also do a debrief with all team members while things are fresh. So if there's any training issues, any mistakes were made, anything we did good, we can sit there and discuss it as it was fresh.
May I interrupt you?
Absolutely.
Is this an internal report?
Yes.
So this is not released?
Anything can be released through records requests, but it's not something that we upload into our CAD system.
Okay, all right.
But the reason is to learn from what
Absolutely.
worked, what
Exactly.
didn't work,
Because
make
if
it
we,
better.
yep,
Because somebody touched on it earlier. I can't remember if it was before the meeting. Once the meeting starts, no situation is perfect. So we hope to always continue to learn from each one.
Correct. But it takes a whole different tone if you have to feel like you have to release that. People won't feel free to talk about.
No, obviously everybody in our business is pretty aware that nothing we do is, I would say, truly confidential in a lot of ways. There are certain circumstances with active investigations and all that where things cannot be released. But for the most part, we are an open book as long as the right forms are submitted. There's information here about how team members will be selected. At this initial startup, it's a little bit different because we're trying to build the team. That section is more so once we get our team established, as the department grows, how we will bring on team members. Again, I touched on our tactical training. We're training twice a month, 5 hours. I know it would have been, I believe it was March, the end of February, I don't recall. We did an 8-hour training day. We actually went over to the Muncie Police Department's training facility, their shoot house. It's been an entire 8-hour day there, which was great.
What additional equipment is being pulled in as part of this? Is there any yet, or is it just?
There's a ton. I wish I would have brought my bag. I didn't think to bring that in.
I
Yeah,
like the money.
Ballpark $64,000 is what we've been able to fundraise, and we're using every penny of it. As you are all aware, things are expensive, especially when you put the word police in front of it. It seems to get marked up by like 10-20%. So things that we have in already are new helmets, radio communication systems for the helmets, the super upgraded vests. I'm happy to show you anytime if you swing by the PD or get with one of the other team members. It's
Pretty amazing.
But again, we're still waiting on several things. And there's always going to be things that we're going to want to add to it as well. So the possibilities are endless. If I had a bottomless pit of money, I'd have some really cool stuff.
yeah, and vehicles and things, is there any planned, I mean, I'll never forget, you know, a guy from Newcastle comes, I lived on State Street at the time, you know, vehicles coming from everywhere down State Street, probably from elsewhere, right? But that's high in the sky, probably down the road, I was thinking.
So we've got the MRAP right now,
Okay,
which is great. It will work out well in these situations. And side note, the county sheriff's department's actually having us drive for them because they're on our vehicles down. So it's already
Okay.
office. But we have a good working relationship with that agency. For training documentation, again, training twice a month. We have instructors that are on the team. I think most of us on the team are actually academy certified instructors, which just works out well, but specific like firearms instructors, they will do a training roster and then an outline of what our training is. So we're making sure we're documenting all of our training, logging our training hours. That goes to Officer Sam Crow, who's our training coordinator and keeps track of all that stuff. However, I also have a separate folder on my end that keeps track of just SRT specific stuff.
Yeah, it's not a bunch of guys thrown in the back of a pickup truck. I promise you.
Yeah, we have fun, obviously. We are taking this very seriously because we didn't want to do this so we could do it. That's been one of the biggest things. So I'm excited about what the future holds. I'm not one to wish time away, and I'm excited to see what the future will bring with this team. Again, hopefully it's something that we're never going to need, but the fact that we're going to have something in-house with Pendleton PD, we're not going to have to potentially wait on another agency and their steps and their approvals and jumping through whatever hoops they have to. It's potentially going to save some lives, which is a good thing. So, do you have any other questions? I'm happy to answer them if you do.
Is it something, I say after seeing those vests and stuff, is that something you guys are gonna outfit the schools with the same kind of vests in case something ever happened there?
the problem with those vests is they're fitted specific to the person. So like my vest isn't gonna fit you or Brian or someone. In a perfect scenario, yeah, I wish every single person could have that bag with all that gear in their car, but that's gonna come down to dollars and cents. I think I just got the invoice for today. I think just the vest alone was like $3,600. That's per person. So, yeah, again, in a perfect world, yes, I want everybody to have that one, but each guy does have a vest. Each guy has a vest with the ICW plates that are rifle rated, in conjunction with plates inside it. Everybody has a helmet, everybody has an AR. This is just in addition to. So it's not like just the team members are getting all the goodies. Everybody has.
We've been getting equipment like that for years. For example, one year we spent 11,000. I think Bob Jones was a big proponent for that, but we have the ceramic rifle rated plates for active shooter situations. But then we've all got the hard plates and all that, so. But that's the other thing, the strange thing about us, if I didn't have that on, I'd still go to school, so. It is what.
So we're up to standard.
We're
Please.
above standard.
We're above standard, okay.
Yes, we are.
For what for the equipment that we have for, I don't want to say the average patrol officer, that sounds bad, but we are lucky enough here in Pendleton to make sure every one of our officers is over equipped. So everybody has what they need. It's just, this team stuff is just extra. Any other questions?
Did you get a list of the names and stuff when we talked about, or?
The team members?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can email that to you if you want it on paper, or I can go over that again if you'd like to hear it again.
Do we want to put that in the minutes?
It's harder on the guy keeping minutes. He could just say, we're building a team. Yeah.
Okay, I have the two teams listed absolutely in the overview. I didn't put the individual names.
That's good. That's
Have the negotiation team, the tactical team,
good.
kind of the goals as well as the overview of the potential situations to need to play. Those names may change too over time.
They could, yeah, somebody could come off the team, somebody could go on the team. Just right now, that's where we sit.
Thank you. This is a good thorough policy.
Yeah, we put a lot of time into that too, and something I should have mentioned too, like our lexical policy program is great. It gives us a very good outline or draft portion to work off of, but we also pulled from other agencies as well. Like, I'll be the first to say I'm not a sniper. I don't know anything about being a sniper. However, Brett Webb was a sniper on Anderson's SWAT team, so we were able to pull Anderson's portion of the sniper qualification. That means nothing to me. It means something to him. So this wasn't just us randomly pulling stuff by any means.
And then what's the NOTA?
NTOA, National Tactical Officers Association, is another resource that we lean on to get physical standards, policy inspiration, things of that sort.
So forgive me, so this is obviously training is ongoing and
Yes.
over time, but if something happened, God forbid, tomorrow, this team would be ready to react, or is there a time frame?
I would say in a certain situation, yes, we can. However, there are still things that we're waiting.
Yeah,
We don't have all our equipment in because unfortunately it just takes time.
sure.
The benefit of your scenario is the 5 guys that we hired that are prior SWAT and have the specialized training complements the training that my department has always had.
Right.
So while you may not respond under the guise of, okay, we're doing it, boom, 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 like this, you have some quality.
Or just naturally fold in.
And we all think alike and know what each other is doing. And if it were a big enough scenario where we had to call a team from Anderson to come down, my guys are already affiliated with them. Yeah. It's a rare opportunity for a town the size of Pendleton to have what we have.
Absolutely.
It's exciting.
All right. Other questions? Are you ready to make a motion regarding this policy?
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Rick Corbin, make a motion, and Brad
Second.
McQuiggle second. Those in favor of accepting this policy 432 special response team, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Mark, do you have anything you want to add as far as new business, anything?
I can think of, we just had the new hire, Sergeant Isaacs is a quitter and gone. And,
28 years.
28 years. And he came on station the other day. I kicked him out. And, we also had the swearing tonight for Brett Webb, so he's officially a sergeant. So he's been an acting sergeant for a couple weeks now, but he's be fine.
Commissioners, do you have any questions or anything that you would like to add? Oh, okay. Well, then I think
Jim?
someone,
I do have a question for him.
Yeah.
So I've been living in Pendleton for 20 years now. And if I had to say so, I mean, you can probably counter it. I feel like Pendleton is a very safe town. Again, things might happen overnight, Times Post article might come out, Herald Bulletin article might come out. One question I want to ask you is, I know you said more equipment is still coming in. If something were to happen, like what Brian said, if something happened tomorrow, would you guys be ready? And you said, yeah, certain situations. What can the community do to help through funding, donations, requests to get you guys this equipment, to get you guys kind of set up to where this can be maybe not 100%, but 99%.
No, first off, I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
So obviously it takes money to do things. We have been seeking funds from a lot of local businesses, a lot of individuals. However, to maintain the team, it is going to take more money. Like some of our less lethal options is our biggest delay now. Unfortunately, stuff like that's like a 3-month lead time. I can't control that with all the money in them. So always money is going to help, but just honestly to the public, being the supporter of us is what goes a long way too. A lot of people may look at a team like this and say, oh, this is Pendleton. Oh, this is safe. Oh, we don't need this. Pendleton is safe. I hope we never need this, but it's there if we do need it. So just being a vocal advocate for us is huge. And obviously dollars and cents are always going to help us. If that answers the question.
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you. All right, I will tender a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Rick Corbin made the motion to adjourn and Brad, okay. The Police Commission Board is now adjourned at 6:27 PM.